In 1998, there was a major change in how FPS games were designed, and as such a new bar was set. Why? Because in 1998, Half-Life was released, and it was a game that brought in a whole raft of design features which revolutionized game design. For many FPS games at the time, all you did was simply shoot at various enemies. The story was generally just a few text boxes which gave you a rudimentary idea of why and what. When Half-Life was released, the story became organic to the gameplay, and it started as soon as you played the first level, which was of course that famous introduction sequence on the tram system. In that sequence, you could quite easily see the Black Mesa lab with all its goings on in the background, its people and things to interact with, and you could even destroy some poor scientist's lunch. There just wasn't anything else out there at the time that could do that, and it even brought in a new wave of people into gaming that would not have otherwise shown an interest. A few years later, we were treated to Half-Life 2, which again broke records and pushed the limits of game design at the time. Needless to say, the Half-Life series is a rather well-loved franchise. So much so that a fan remake of the original Half-Life was underway, and it took about 8 years to be produced and finally come to market. This year, in fact, in March 2020. Having played it, as you can see in the footage, I can safely say that I'm quite impressed with the overall quality, and is indeed a comparable game to the current generation. I especially admired the backgrounds, which have had quite a lot of work done on them, and it just makes them look fantastic, and even the Zen levels look really good as well. Overall, the sound design is also quite good, with some very fitting music which seems to take a leaf out of Half-Life 2's tracks. That being said, though, I'm not entirely happy with the weapon sounds, as they sound somewhat familiar and don't seem to have an appreciable impact, but they're certainly not terrible. The AI at times can be a little stupid, as there are times when I've been able to get right beside them, particularly the human enemies, and they sometimes just stand there before I put them out of their misery. And they also seem to love using grenades as well, which is a little irritating. This doesn't make it unplayable, but I think it's something that does need to be worked on. Level design is also generally improved, in some cases expanded upon. I have to admit, I forgot just how frustrating some puzzles actually were. Sometimes navigating a level, I wasn't actually sure where to go, which is a problem that exists in the original incarnation of Half-Life. There are also still quite a few bugs, particularly in regards to ladders. There was one section where I was actually stuck on one of the ladders for quite a few minutes, just trying to get off the damn thing. It just took forever. But again, this doesn't make it unplayable. It should also be noted that this is still the initial 1.0 release, so it's likely that the bug fix will come along at some point. Right now, it's available on Steam for a very reasonable £14.99. So that finishes that. Now, before I go, I'd like to mention a little guilty pleasure that I had whilst playing this game, both the original incarnation and this current Black Mesa version. I think you may know what that guilty pleasure is. So I'm going to ask you, when you played this game, did you ever do this?
Do you smell something burning?
I urge you to reconsider. There's plenty of sustenance, beverages, and scintillating conversation right here. Stay here and wait for my colleagues.
Yes, I'll secure the perimeter.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Quickly! You'll be able to find shelter. You know where to find me.
Just one wrong move.
No? No? No one? Huh. Just me then. Looks like I've got problems. If you've enjoyed my videos, then please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or even share. Bye for now, and hope to see you next time.